The road to Scottish Summit starts here. This is the Power Platform Podcast. Join Rex de Koning, Ana Inés Urrutia de Sousa, and Paddy Byrne as they talk to the Microsoft community about their stories.
Hey, welcome to the Power Platform Podcast, sponsored by Proximo 3. My name is Rex de Koning, one of the co-hosts.
Hello, it's Anna.
I'm Paddy Byrne, also a co-host from the Power Platform Podcast.
And with us is...
And my name is Björn, and I'm the guest for today.
Are you sure? Because you don't look so sure that you're the guest.
I'm pretty sure that I'm the guest in this
We
round.
don't even know if we're the host, so it's fine if you don't know if we're the guest. It's okay.
So if you want to take part of the podcast over, it's also okay. We don't mind.
You'll do a better job than us anyway after that.
Probably.
Okay, so thank you for being here. We're going to talk about a couple of things with you today, but before we start into the more introductions and day to day and Scottish Summit involvement, we would like to know, what is the highlight for you community-wise regarding 2024 so far? Is there something specific that happened that was unexpected that you want to share with us?
Community-wise, it was, I think, the Color Cloud for me. We did in April in Hamburg. Beside Paddy was everyone there. So Rex was there, you was there, Anna. It was amazing that it works and that so many people came up, and that the vibe we have when we go into other events like the Scottish Summit, where everything more or less started for Mats and me. We got this vibe to Hamburg. So everyone was so nice to share something, to be involved in the community, even when you attendee. Everyone wants to share something of his own story or something he found out in his work life stuff about the Power Platform or Dynamics 365. And this was super amazing that it worked. And we, till the end, I don't know if you checked it, but we sit there till the end, till the closing note. We were sure something would going wrong badly, and we would sit there and something really bad was happened. So we were so proud and released that we finished this, and we are so happy that we did it, and we planning it to doing again. So that's my highlight so far. But we still have the second half year for another cool.
So that's that answer is more like the polite answer, right? Then we have, what was the unexpected thing that happened during Color Cloud that you didn't thought it was going to happen, but then you changed your mind like this? You and Benedict did, okay, we're going to do this. Do you remember what that was? I was there.
We have to.
Come on.
Yes. The day before the workshops, we talked. We had the color challenge. So we collected 10,000 euros in sum for for charities all around in Europe and Germany. And normally, for example, Mark was there. You also got a tattoo.
Yes.
And the day before, Benedict and I said, okay, we can do it too, because we got the full 10,000, and then it was very spontaneously. I got blue hair. You can see it
a little bit.
It's
yes.
Not completely out yet. Somebody told me
in there.
Just a few weeks you get loose of it, but 3 months later it's still there, and the idea is still on the head to maybe do it again in October.
Okay. I was there, just for the people that's listening to us, and for Paddy, you were not there, but I was so 3 of us, Will, Chris, and I, we did the tattoo, and then there was a bunch of other people, 7 other people that were going to dye their hair, but there were people that were not in the list of people who were going to dye their hair, and suddenly I was in the hairdresser, whatever the name is. And there were people like, okay, I want to do it. Okay, I want to do it. And suddenly, instead of 7 people, we had 10 with their hair dyed.
I think there were
It was
at least
so
20,
good.
25 people at the hairdressers. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I'll
really
never
good.
live down. I'll never live down missing Colour Cloud. I was so gutted, and I was almost made it as well, very last minute. But I keep hearing about it. I hear so much about it. Of all the events that happen,
So awesome.
that's the one I hear most about.
Yeah, it was
alert,
very.
You have to come next year.
Yes.
I absolutely will.
Yeah, it was very good. It was a great experience. And it's also true that you brought some of the beauties you have in the back with you.
Yes, one of my bikes, because directly after the party, I go to a holiday or vacation with some friends to Mallorca, and I brought my bike to fly to Mallorca and have there 10 days of biking. Yes, it was. Kayla had a lot of fun of it. That I just bought a bike to fly to another city. It was a fun.
Like standard German, right? You are German, right?
Yeah, I'm still German. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing that with us. Patty?
Okay. Yeah, so we've heard about Colour Cloud, and it's fantastic your involvement in that conference. What do you do on a day-to-day? What's your day-to-day role involved? What is your professional life, and what other community work do you do as well?
My day-to-day when I work is I'm a consultant at Orbis SA in Germany for customer insights journey and customer insights data mainly, but also the left and right to the normal Power Platform apps, and so like Canvas apps and the connection to the sales teams, so that we have an interface between the people that doing the sales projects and the marketing projects. Yeah, that's nearly my main doing at work, and yeah, I like it very, very much because with Orbis, on the one day you have a big industry, on the next day you have a small business you handle with, and everyone has his own priorities, what they want to do with marketing, and so on the one day you have to care about an international event, and the next day it's just not just it's a small marketing campaign what they want to do, and have questions or want something do out of what is not capable out of the box of Microsoft, and we have to check what we can do to make our customers happy.
Excellent. And how did you get involved with customer insights journeys? Would you come from a Dynamics or Power Platform background and started that, or do you come from a marketing?
I started my journey with Microsoft 2011, and directly after school I had the chance in Germany we can study and work at study in the university and work in our free time at a normal employee, and he pays for the university and gives you some money even when you studying in the semester, so that you are not have to be a waiter or something like that. And they are started with Dynamics NAV. Most people doesn't know it's the old name for Business Central, the ERP system from Microsoft. So started as a trainee for developer and developing, so basically with nothing background. I came directly from school and jumped directly into the Microsoft world. And over the years, I switched to the consulting and product owning for a few years. And 2019-18, I switched from the ERP part to the Power Platform and Dynamics sales customer insights parts from Microsoft. So
you said ERP. Yeah. You were ERP.
Yeah, I did this in my past, yes.
You made the right choice.
Yeah, I totally did. It's I like ERP projects, but it's so much more fun when you have a project that's just run a few weeks or a few months, and you don't have this. ERP is always a big project. In the past, now when even ERP system is in the cloud, the projects are much smoother than in the past. But in the past, when you did an upgrade from an AS400 project to NAV, you sit there alone to migrate the data for months to get everything right into it, because every day, every number you put in has to be correct on the cent,
Yes.
and not like, okay, we have 10,000 customers and we don't get the country when they have a misspelling in it, and nobody has say, okay, yeah, it's something we can work with. It's a workaround, and we don't have the countries with the misspelling in it, but you can do it when you're working in an ERP system. When you work in the ERP system, every entry you put into the system has to be 100% correct. Because in the end, the government come to you and checking your numbers and say, yeah, that's something wrong. You have to do it again, or you have to pay a fee.
And the dynamic of an ERP project is much slower than a Power Platform related one. So you said it already. The delivery is fast. The problem gets solved easy. The client is happy. ERP, it's a different story. Sorry, Patty, I interrupted your.
No, that's fine. That's everything's glad to find out more. Over to Rex for the next question.
Yeah, so we're going to bring it back a little bit to Scottish Summit. You already mentioned that basically your community life started at Scottish Summit. I had a quick checkup earlier today, and I saw you started at Scottish Summit 2022.
As a speaker, yes, but first, my first attendee was 2020 in Glasgow. It was I think most of the people know the background. I met Chris Huntingford 2019 in a hackathon together with Mats and some others like Keith, Lucy, and so on. And that was the point where we noticed, okay, there will be a conference, a community conference in Glasgow, and so we say, okay, we go to the Scottish Summit. It was right before COVID. Funny times before that, and it was an amazing conference because before that I only was on ERP conferences with a big company behind it that managed everything, and I was surprised about the people that was there and how a community event this big can work so great. It was amazing. It was my first time, 2021. It was the virtual one on Teams or Zoom, I think. It was cool too, but nothing to compare to the in-person conference. And 2022 was my first time as a speaker at the Scottish Summit, and it was also my first time do a session in person. Before that, 2021, all my sessions were online for smaller community events that runs on Teams. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I think basically the same for me. I also went as an attendee in 2020, and 2022 was my first speaking at the Scottish Summit also.
Something we have in common.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's a small world.
Yeah, it is.
It started for a lot of us.
You see so many people you met at one of these conferences like Scottish Summit before, and then you get in touch, and after this you use these conferences to stay in touch, and you have a purpose to see each other again and have a great talk between two sessions or after your own session, or in the evening with some beer or 2 beers, to talk about everything, not just like we have to talk about Dynamics 365 all the day or the Power Platform and Microsoft stuff. So it comes
somehow it ends up being that topic. Those topics are around all the time, right? So we nerd around. And if we're drunk, it's even worse because we get into, these arguments of, I think this is best. Or that is
but this is also something that brings us together, right? So
yeah, of course.
We're not just working with it and say, okay, it's our 9 to 5 job to open up Dynamics 365, putting in leads and accounts, and at 7:01 we closing the tab and say, it's nice to work with, but in my free time I don't want to do something with it. We all like it a little bit more than other people, and
Yeah.
like to talk about it or to nerd around with what we can do in Dynamics 365, even when it's don't have a purpose for your day-to-day life. So
It doesn't
when I
have a
remember
purpose for you.
there was one hackathon, we created a chatbot for pub quizzes and evening
Oh,
events. So it's nothing to say that that this is something I need in my day-to-day work life too.
But you definitely need that in your community life, especially at Scottish
Yeah.
Summit where we have the pub quiz. So
Exactly.
we have a pub quiz and we have a winner, and we're going
we
to
don't
talk
have winners
about
yet.
that
So
later on.
can I mute Anna or?
I think that's what I love about these events, and that's what I love about the technology. There's no one way of doing something right. You find something, you're allowed to be quite creative with the technology, and then you find a way of doing something, and then you maybe discuss that with someone at one of these conferences, and then you find a better way or a different way of accomplishing that same goal. There's no wrong or right way of doing things. There's good and bad ways of doing things, but then it allows you to be creative, and it's the conferences then give you an opportunity to share that creativity with other people who are also being creative, and that's what I love about the community and the technology that we work in.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
you always can come up with the questions to anyone in the community, be it on LinkedIn, X, or Twitter, however you want to call it these days, or somewhere else. Even when you have someone's WhatsApp number and note, somehow he had the same problem, you hit them up and ask if they have some time or an idea. They always come up with, yeah, let's talk about it or let's chat about it. I had this a few weeks ago. I have following ideas, and let's just have a short chat about it. And yeah, everyone helps everyone there.
Yeah, and even if they don't know how to help you at that time, they usually know somebody that can, and you get brought in contact with them, and you can do it like that.
Yeah, and it's not something like, oh yeah, I'm an MVP or I'm a Microsoft employee for now 10 years or more, and they're looking from above up to you. They always be on the same page with you. That's completely amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we had some like very senior people in Color Cloud, and well, it's also the case for Scottish Summit, but everyone is so close, so you can even speak about so much, like you can speak about any topic. And I remember, for example, in one conference that's speaking with Ryan Cunningham and asking him, should I do Power Platform or should I stick to ERP? And he was like, that's a very easy question to answer. So you get these things that you can speak with others, and in a one-to-one level, right? So it doesn't matter your age or your background or your seniority. Everyone is super like welcoming, and I really like that. Good. We're going to speak a little bit about Scottish Summit future. Can you tell us and the people that is listening or seeing us what is going to be your involvement in October this year?
First of all, I want to be an attendee and meet others and hopefully get a few good sessions to go in and have a good time there. And also I come up with one session to share some knowledge. I talk about creating your first plugin for Dynamics 365. So it's more than creating a no-code, low-code app. It's one step further to say, okay, I have something I cannot solve with a flow or somewhere with business process flows or something like this to solve my problem. And we create a simple plugin and publish it to the environment so that we can then have a live demo to see does it work, or hopefully it works in the session, and give everyone a view to something more technical, what you also can do to solve a problem or a challenge you have in your day-to-day life with Dynamics 365 or a model-driven app just in Power Apps.
Excellent. I think those more technical sessions are really, really important, because I've noticed in the industry, particularly with the emergence of the Power Platform, the Power Apps, that there was so much content and knowledge shared around getting people into the platform and beginners, and it was quite difficult to find that more technical. I don't know, it seemed a bit lost. The more technical knowledge, like plugins, got lost a little bit within that sort of emergence of the platform. So I think these technical sessions, again, like the plugins, are so important for people to know. Even if you're not a developer, to go to a session like that and know that you can do a plugin and you can extend the platform, and how to specify that a plugin is really important as well, even if you're not doing the build.
Yeah, when you don't know it, but there was a hashtag around on Twitter that pro code and no code unite. So you can a lot of with no code and accomplish a lot of projects, but the pro coders are not your enemies or the people that you don't have to talk with. You can even accomplish more or faster when you work together with them, and it's cool that pro coders can see, okay, what can low coders do, and low coders or no coders can see, okay, that can a pro dev can do for me. So let's work together and find together even better solutions for our customers or for our projects in our companies.
That's one of the challenges that we have, and I think that we're trying to address it very well, and at least this community is welcoming for both sides, right? So I've seen, maybe not anymore so much, but we have sessions on fusion teams and all of these things that support business at the end to be better and do our job better as well. So it's quite interesting that instead of us competing, I'm not technical, but there's other people that is very technical, that just work together to do something that's better.
100% agree, and 100% agree. It would make the world even more peacefully, even just in IT projects, and you don't have to say, yeah, we just want to help you there, not we don't want to take your job, or the other side want to take your job. We just want both our jobs, and the boss is more happy when we have a good solution.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. Yeah. I even think that there's a running thing around pro code or low code no longer being called like that. So I don't know, but that's a trend that's going to explode in the upcoming months. So we'll see. All right.
So you'll be looking forward to presenting at Scottish Summit, and you'll be looking forward to the networking. Is there anything else that you're looking forward to more than anything for Scottish Summit in October?
On Saturday evening, the pub quiz with Bibi is it's a must-have to go when Bibi hosting a pub quiz. You have to be there because it will be a lot of fun, and also some nerding around about some questions about Dynamics and Power Platform or the IT industry in general. It was in the past really fun, and there were some questions I never heard of that this exists or something. And this is always amazing, and all the people that's showing up there, it was in the past always a great evening.
Do you have a team already?
I had to choose a team. No, I don't have it. So is there already a team selection I didn't know of?
You have to choose your team when you get your ticket. So for the people listening as well, I think that's the way, right?
That was the case last year, but I don't think it was the case this year.
I couldn't choose a team when I booked my tickets. I'm pretty sure, but maybe I was blind and someone will comment under it. I just didn't do it, and yeah.
I'm not even sure if the teams are already completely decided on for this year.
They are going. You're playing with me, Rex. They need to be decided.
I don't know. I didn't hear anything, to be honest.
Okay, so we have a winning team, and it has been a long-standing, forever winning team, despite what every people that it's envious and jealous of us is saying. And yeah, just wanted to highlight that.
Yeah, when I'm not in your team, I have to say every reign has come to an end.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
be challenged by everyone who's showing up.
God.
We can't go through a recording of this podcast without the pub quiz and Anna's winning streak coming in to play, can we? We can't get through it without being discussing that.
I try, but then it gets.
And it could be firing back if I'm coming up next year to the podcast, and Anna won this year again. So
It probably will. Probably will, honestly. But
it's all in good fun, so let's go with that.
in the end, we have fun, and we did something for a good cause. So
we say we have fun, but I don't know if the rest have fun.
Well,
Just
the rest
me and
has
my
fun,
colleagues,
and
we do.
that one team just goes for the win and doesn't have fun.
Last year, I told Keith, I said, "I'm the winner. I'm the winner." And he said, "You realize that if you're the winner of the pub quiz, you're the loser in life," and that hit me very hard, very hard. But yeah, I think that he was also jealous. So anyway, good. So is it my call to do the outro?
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
No, I'm just asking because I lost control. All right. So, can you share with us and with the people that is listening to us, where they can find you and which content they will find if they reach out?
Which content they will find? It's mostly liking posts, reposting posts. I don't blogging by myself, so but you find me with my name Björn Zahnow on LinkedIn, and Ginger365 guy on Twitter or X. Yeah, and that's the main social medias I'm on.
Perfect. Make sure you reach out to Björn. Björn, how is it?
Björn.
But the O with the 2 points, it's Ö.
Yeah, it is.
Björn.
Yes,
And
that was really
Björn.
good. Anna. Yes.
See, I'm Verman already. So go and follow and reach out. If you're attending Scottish Summit this year, please go to Björn's session. And we have a couple of things just to close. We invite you to go to scottishsummit.com/tickets to get your tickets for all of the things that are happening, including the pub quiz and the cabaret and the workshops that we have the day before. What's next is what was it? The podcast one, right? Oh, the hashtag. All right. So I'm gonna do it to Rex. Rex, how's the
I'm prepared. It's already on
I see
screen.
that.
And for the people who are listening and not watching, it's hashtag Scottish Summit 2024. So tag us on your socials and join us in Aberdeen. Even more important.
Yes. And are we missing anything on the links that we have to share?
No, we're done. We usually invite people to join the podcast, but we don't want any more people joining the podcast.
No, we have a full lineup, and these guys already hate me for pushing all of the people that we had. So thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your time. We love your background, and we're really happy to have you here and looking forward to your session in October. Patty, Rex, anything else you would like to add?
Nothing really, just thanks for listening, everyone, and thank you, Björn, for coming on the show.
I just remembered one question, and Mark will kill us if we don't ask it.
Oh, yes, the icebreaker.
Yeah, sort of.
The icebreaker in the end.
Yeah.
That's a good icebreaker.
Yeah, you also
it's great.
you already mentioned your Twitter or X tag, the what was it? Ginger M365? No, what was it?
Yeah, it's Ginger365 guy, yes.
Yeah, and regarding the ginger, there's a certain link between gingers and Scotland. Is that also one of the reasons that you want to go to the Scottish Summit, or?
No, it's not a specific reason to go to the Scottish Summit. It was just coming up because I needed a name and I don't want it to. And everyone had a cool Twitter tag when I created the account, and that was the coolest thing I came to my mind when I created the account. sorry, Mark, that it was nothing to compare, nothing to do with the Scottish Summit on this.
I would
point.
say that for October, prepare a good story for that. We will not let you tell that story. You make something
Okay,
up. about-
I create a good story and color my hair in the Scottish Summit blue or something. Then
Good. Sounds great. So that's it. Thank you so much for being here. We look forward to seeing you and all of the listeners in our event this year. So that's it. Thank you so much.
thanks for having me.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The road to Scottish Summit starts here. This is the Power Platform Podcast. Join Rex de Koning, Ana Inés Urrutia de Sousa, and Paddy Byrne as they talk to the Microsoft community about their